10 lessons about the art of living from a Romanian monk, Father Arsenie Boca. He's very famous. And I have to tell you that a lot of these Christian Orthodox monks have a lot of graces. Great minds are everywhere, in every corner. We just have to stop and listen to them. Father Arsenie Boca was born in 1910 in a small village in Romania. He was just a normal child, but very clever and interested in everything around him. When he was 7 years old, he told his classmates that during their drawing and painting class, he realized that the man is not simply blood and bones, but there's something else. The inspiration is not related to matter and reason. Even though he studied bel art in the university and had vast knowledge of psychology, anatomy, and philosophy, he used to play the flute and was fluent in French, and in the end he became a monk, a monastic. He was imprisoned and tortured 3 times by the communist regime, which was against any manifestation of God and any faith in God, as we know, and was accused of being anti-communist. He died in 1989, and before the fall of the regime, and left many teachings and inspirational quotes to the nation. Number 1, he said, never stop learning. Learning involves reading a lot, but you have to live while reading, not learning by heart. By living while reading, enjoying the beauty of an idea, you build yourself consciously and subconsciously, and someday time will show the things planted there as yours. What is left after you forget everything you've read is truly yours. That's what you assimilated. Therefore, I don't teach you to read just to fill your memory. That is bibliography. But to do it in order to raise your soul to the art of saving it. In the same way we're looking for a harmony in our soul, we have to seek harmony in as many aspects as we can, and a blending of those with life. Great knowledge gets the man closer to God, in the same way as poor knowledge is sending him far away from science and God. Number 2, be open-minded. Always think, question everything, and be open-minded, because in a narrow mind, even the right thing becomes wrong. Number 3, love deeply. Love has no limits, no space, no time. It never loses. It's strong in a way that can travel beyond the grave and reach the loved ones. It defends the hell which cannot oppose it and travels into the sky. If you love truly and deeply, that love will never die. Number 4, remember to be generous. When you give, at the beginning, you give what you have, and then at one point, you give what you are. Always give from the heart, because when somebody does something with good intentions, it has to go well. Number 5, be humble. Try to be humble in everything you do. No one is perfect, but sometimes you just have to be true to yourself. To not know and to admit it is not a guilt. Sometimes it's even a virtue. But to know little and to brag you know everything, that is shameful and always a guilt. The most dangerous is the pride of the saint. Therefore, the true saints are the ones who don't know they are saints, constantly saying they are sinners. Number 6, take care of your soul. The soul is greater than any material thing, because in it lies the possibility of completeness. Sadness is the face of a soul with the light turned off. You are poor and stressed, thinking about fortune. Your condition won't redeem you. You are rich but generous. Your fortune will not cause you any harm. The way you lay with your soul towards one or another, that is what decides your redemption or your punishment. Number 7, remember that what goes around comes around. As long as your conscience is clean, you fear nothing. But if it's not clean, you always fear something, and it's not the good things. We meet in the present with the future of the past. Number 8, forgive. Who wants to conquer the world has a duty to take the gun of forgiveness. No matter how many bad things he will suffer from the people of this world, you have to use the forgiveness as if you could see your brothers chained in foreign slavery, in the darkness of unrecognizing God and their own selves. Forgiveness is so rare nowadays, only brave people are using it. Number 9, be prepared to suffer. All the gifts locked in our destiny are surrounded by sufferings, and we can only reach as many gifts as many sufferings we can overcome with joy. Knowledge through living or teaching through pain is the only way that can teach people something. Number 10, embrace your death. You cannot become a great man until you believe you're dead, until you get used to believing your death was something that passed, not something that is going to occur. All of us are condemned to die, and yet no one believes it will happen. We are all called for life, yet almost no one lives this life. After the one we are called for, we live to kill this call. You are us. This is by Ionela Ham's Truth Theory from Wikipedia, and it's on Humans Are Free. Now, Father Arsenie Boca is not yet sanctified. He's not been declared a new saint of the Christian Orthodox Church, but it is believed he will be. Father Arsenie has not been canonized yet as a saint. Nonetheless, pilgrims from all over the Christian Orthodox pilgrims go and flock to pray over his grave, which is located in the Prislop Monastery in Romania. In October 2015, the Romanian Orthodox Church announced that it was considering the cause of his recognition and proclamation as a saint. He was made a deacon in September 29, 1935. In 1939, he spent 3 months in the Romanian state Prodromus Mount Athos of Greece, and he returned to join the monastery in Brasov County, where he took his vows and was tonsured into monasticism in 1940. He was ordained priest and became the abbot of that monastery in 1942, Branko Vinu. As abbot, he embellished and renovated the buildings of the monastery while also enriching its spiritual and cultural life. Now, under communism, after the installation of the communist regime in Romania, Boca was persecuted by the authorities and the regime's secret police, the Securitate. He was arrested several times for allegedly helping the anti-communist resistance, removed from Bracovanu Monastery, where he was a bishop, and he was taken to Prislop Monastery and thence to Sinaia Monastery. He was banned from monasticism and church activities and was constantly under the surveillance and harassment of the Securitate, the communist regime, that is. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Capota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.